Hi guys, Chris from Unorthodox here, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the Aeropress Go, the brand new Aeropress that's been released. It is smaller, more portable, and I'm pretty sure you're keen to see how it compares to the last one, the old one, and I am too. I've not actually opened the box yet myself, so I'm just going to be giving you my honest opinion when I open it, and we'll just kind of see how it is, and I'm going to be doing a little brew with the Aeropress as well, and just trying it out and seeing kind of how it compares. So let's get cracking. Let's open the box. It is smaller. It's not too much smaller, but it obviously, like, people obviously know that the Aeropress is already quite a small device. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how it compares. So first thing I notice when I open it up is there is a cup included. Now, this kind of takeaway special cup fits the Aeropress inside, so quite cool. So you get your lid, this is the lid for the cup, it's quite rubbery, and then I thought this was quite a cool addition. So this is a little Aeropress, what's it called? Filter paper holder, which is quite cool because often you're going somewhere, you want to take some filter papers, and I just tend to put it inside my Aeropress, but this is quite a nice little, almost like a business card holder, but for Aeropress filters. So this is quite cool. I quite like this. Then having a look here, we can see instantly, as soon as I've taken the filter cap off, it feels more robust, it feels a bit thicker than the old one. You can have a look. Here is the new one. This is the old one here, and you can see there's more holes in the old one, and the new one feels a bit thicker, it feels a bit more robust, but I'm not sure I like the feeling of it as much. It feels more like a piece of Lego, I would say, than the old one feels like a coffee brewing device, but I'll get used to it. So let's have a look. Interesting. Okay, so the Aeropress comes inside the cup. And here is the brand new Aeropress, looking quite cool. So we've got the red writing on there, Aeropress. We've got 1, 2, 3 cups. We're omitting the 4th cup this time. Very new, very shiny. It is not as hexagonal, it's more rounded at the edges, obviously to fit with the cup. So that's quite cool. Let's have a look. Very smooth. And what else do we get in here? We get a stirrer, so for stirring your the coffee grounds in the Aeropress. And you get your scoop, which also is 14 grams, so they've kept the scoop size the same, but they've made the brewer smaller, so it's still geared towards your kind of a little bit stronger espresso-based coffee, if that's what you want. So let's just put the device together and let's see how it compares to the old one. So I'm going to pop the packaging over there. What else do we get? Of course, you get your filter papers as well. So that's 350 filter papers to get you going. So pop that at the back there. We have our travel cup there. So one of the tests would be, how well does it hold water? Because this mug here, the lid's a little bit loose, so I would expect that it's going to spill. So it's not something that you'd want to shake about a lot. It's probably something that you just want to kind of make your coffee and drink your coffee and go from there. So here we go. This is the new Aeropress here, and here's my old Aeropress, which I use at home about 4 times a day at least, just to give you a wee idea of the size difference there. So let's just screw the cap on as well, see how it feels. Caps feel roughly the same, same sort of tightness there, and you can see obviously there's a little bit of a size difference in the Aeropress. But honestly, from my perspective, doesn't look too much. So I think if it's more portable, happy days. Not that the old one isn't portable. So let's let's make a little brew and see how it performs in the brew test. Obviously, feels very new, of course, as the Aeropresses do when you unbox them. Very, very slick, very easy to move. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some coffee that I ground just before this video, so it's still within the 15 minutes use time. And today I'm going to be brewing Wee Stoter, of course. What else? Our Brazilian single origin from Fazenda Cachoeirinha. So it's a natural process coffee. Okay, so let's add some water, start a timer and get brewing. In fact, I was going to use this cup, but what we'll do is we'll use the brewer, the cup that's provided, and see kind of how that works. So I'm going to use water from my trusty household kettle. I'm going to fill up to the top here. My ratio is 12 grams of coffee. Fill up to the top with boiling hot water. What we're going to do is I'm going to leave it for 30 seconds to just to bloom. And what that does is it just allows all of the coffee grounds to be saturated, and that gives for a better extraction, infusion, and solubility of the coffee. So 30 seconds. I'm going to give this stir a try. Normally I just use a spoon, but let's give the stir a try. And I'm going to just push the coffee grounds down. I roasted this coffee yesterday, so the bloom is very airy. There's a lot of gas still being released, so you can see that on the top. It just makes the crust a little bit harder to push down. There we go. In here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab a wee filter paper. And I tend to wet the filter paper first. And that just makes it a little bit easier for the coffee to be pushed through. So, there we go. Wet the filter paper, filter cap on top. Yeah, it seems really cool. The device seems very cool. So let's see how it fits over the cup. Okay, it fits nicely. Rotates around the device, around the cup without, I don't know, any noticeable gaps or anything, so it's quite cool. It's not a snug fit. It does wobble around a little bit, but seems fine. So let's go for the press. Now, of course, the maker of the Aeropress is a big fan of the slow press. You don't want to be pressing too fast, too hard. Normally I go for a brew time of between 1.5 to 2 minutes. And I've gone past that slightly, but that's okay. This is just a demonstration, but we do want to see how the coffee tastes, of course. Obviously, we need to see if those holes, the difference in holes between the small one and the big one, make a difference. I'm guessing the flow rate's probably better with the bigger holes that are in this new device. Okay, so there we go. We have our cup of coffee, Aeropress coffee. You can probably see, I'm not sure whether you can see that, it's just under half full, so a decent cup's worth of coffee. Most people say it's too small, of course, but the specialty coffee people amongst us, which I'm pretty sure all of you will agree that it's not the quantity but the taste of the coffee that matters. Because let's just face it, you can brew yourself another one if you like. So let's have a little try of this coffee. And I want to also test the cup and see, is it nice to drink out of? Because I guess that's quite important. The new Aeropress is a little bit more expensive. It's £31 as opposed to £29 in most places. So you're kind of paying a little bit extra for this. So it's important that it all adds up. So get the aromas. Very earthy. Which I wanted. That was what I was trying to extract from the roast yesterday. Still quite hot. But yeah, I think very good. Very good. So from the taste, it's quite hard to distinguish between the old Aeropress and the new Aeropress, which I guess is the point. So I would say new Aeropress, I really like it. It seems very portable, and I like the fact it comes with the cup and it can fit in the cup, so that way once you've brewed your coffee, you pop it back in the cup, put the lid back on, and yeah, you can just, I don't know, chuck it in your bag and take it with you. The only concern I would have is if there's any sort of liquid residue that you've left in there, you put the lid on, it's probably not going to hold it. Let's do that experiment right now, just to check. So here we go, got the lid on. What's going to happen? Upside down. Okay. So it doesn't hold liquid with the lid on, but it doesn't even hold the liquid if it's sploshing about. So that would be what I'd watch out for. That's probably a bit of a drawback. But I quite like it. It's quite cool. For, you know, who was it designing computer chips? The smaller the better, and I think in this case, you know, I do quite like it. So it gets the thumbs up from me. I'm not going to give it a rating. I'll let you decide that one for yourself. But as my daily use brewing device, I'll still be using the old Aeropress.